Follow us on Twitter at Eagle Alabama. That's at Eagle Alabama. And listentotheeagle.com is a great resource to find out what's going on the show, where we've been, and what we've been doing. Talking about where we've been on the show now is Listen to the Eagles' friend and everybody's favorite meteorologist, Dennis Washington. Dennis, thanks for being on.
Hey, Bert, how you doing?
Look, man, talking about where we've been. Now, look, two weeks ago, you filled in for me, co-host of the show.
That's right.
I thank you for that.
I'm glad to do it.
I publicly thanked you last week. But I also publicly, I guess, jabbed you a little bit because you had one of the coolest guests on the show since we've been on.
I don't know if I could top the 36-point buck, but we sure tried.
Well, it was close because we were going to go shark hunting in a kayak. And you stepped up to the challenge.
Oh, man, we did.
And I think it took place this past week.
It did. In fact, on the phone with me is my friend Brett. Brett, you there?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Brett,
man.
welcome to Listen to the Eagle. All right, Brett and Dennis, I don't know whether to just be in awe and respect you guys because you're brave or whether I need to stay clear from y'all with a 10-foot pole because y'all are crazy.
Maybe a little bit of both, maybe. I don't know. We sure had a lot of fun with it this weekend, though, Brett. I know that.
Listen, hey, at Eagle Alabama on Twitter, at Eagle Alabama on Twitter, and also probably by the end of this show, we'll have listentotheeagle.com up and running. Well, we've got tons of footage.
It's on the YouTube channel. In fact, if you're watching on the show now, we'll get the video rolling. So and Brett, we're showing the video here. Now, the folks watching the video, we're just maybe less than about a mile off of the Orange Beach. I mean,
that's right. We're not too far off.
And Brett, now that we're showing this shot here, this was Sunday when we were getting that, I guess the second shark or the first shark that morning. And, I mean, you're just sitting there putting your foot in the water like it's no big deal.
Hey, a shark's nothing but a fish with teeth, man.
That's a good way of I guess describing that. All right, Brett, take me through it. I'm going to talk about my fishing trip here a little bit later, but we wake up early, we motor out. Y'all kind of take me through the process.
Look at that, Bert. I mean, we got
kayak.
2 kayaks here. I mean, this ain't no. We're getting it done right. Look at that. You see that shark jumping? We're showing that shark just a jumping there, Brett. We saw yesterday morning. Got on video.
That's right.
Man, that thing was getting at it.
It all starts early. You got to get up early, just as you mentioned, Bert, and get up. But the biggest difference is the first challenge of the day is getting off the beach.
No doubt.
And we got some good footage of when we were down there, it was 3 or 4 foot waves, and when those are crashing in your lap in that kayak, the first mission is to get off the beach.
Yeah, we launched off the beach, and Saturday was really windy, and trying to get off the beach was once you got out past the breakers, you were good, but just trying to get out.
That's right.
Now watch, we're coming up here, probably the moment of the trip yesterday. And Brett knows what I'm about to talk about here. Watch this shark coming up here so you can see it. Now watch this, Bert. You're going to see the tail of this shark slap upside the boat. Watch it. We put it in slow motion here. Here it comes. Watch and it kind of feeling.
God,
look,
yeah.
no, wait, no, here it comes. Look at this. Boom!
Who got that? Who's
That's Jared back behind Brett right there. So Brett's holding the camera.
Hey, and for all of you, hey, if you're listening on radio, you've got to go to listentotheeagle.com because if you've ever been finned by a catfish, I got you a new meaning of being finned.
Hey, Jared was. I mean, his leg was red there for a while. It was
no doubt. Wow.
He had a big welt on his leg there for most of the days, but he wore it proudly.
All right, Brett. All right, some off the cuff questions that I gotta believe our listeners out there want to know. Number one, you're in a kayak. What kind of bait are we using on these lures and why?
That's right. Once you get off the beach, the next thing is to catch bait. We use gotchas or bubble rigs, and we're catching our bait while we're out there fishing.
Okay.
We might catch Spanish mackerel. We might catch ladyfish. We might catch hardtails. Just whatever we can catch, while we're out there. That's what the shark are there feeding on.
Yeah.
That's what I want to catch them on. So we're catching bait, and sometimes we swim it live. And those black tip sharks like that, they feed up on top of the water, they're eating fish, and that's why you see them come out of the water like that. You know, they're not on the bottom swimming slow, eating fish parts that, you know, have dropped down. They're up in the water, swimming fast, hunting fish.
Now, how do you keep, because I'm looking at these kayaks, and here's my question. How do you keep these shark from pulling you and you actually pulling them into the kayak? I don't quite understand the concept there.
You just have to fight them with a lot less drag. You can't have your drag set as tight as you normally would, you know, like when you're standing on a boat.
Right.
Because there's a lot of times, and we've got some good footage of it, where that shark will come up beside the boat, and you reach down to grab the leader, you know, to take the hook out or do whatever you're going to do, and he just runs straight down. And if you have your drag set real tight,
you're going.
He will actually pull you over.
Absolutely. All right, again, listeners, if you're listening to us on radio this morning, you've got
there
got
there
to
it
go
goes again.
to listen.
That's the shot of the right.
Golly.
Just slapping up on top of
Listen to theeagle.com, and you've got to see this footage. This is just crazy. Fishing sharks in a kayak. Now, Dennis, are you in one of these kayaks?
I am. Well, it's some of the shots. Some of the not all the shots. Yes, we had 2 kayaks out. So me and Nick were in one of them, then Brett and Jared were in the other one. So now Brett's the shark expert here. I didn't catch any sharks, but I sure enjoyed the ride, and it was a lot of fun to watch all this happen. And one thing, you know, in this discussion, we're not just out just catching but Saturday, one of the sharks we tagged.
Yeah, I saw
There's
that.
a tagging program. Brett, am I right? It's through NOAA. Is that right?
That's right. That's correct.
And so explain to people how, if they're interested in tagging a shark, how they would do that.
That's right. You can just go on the NOAA website, and they walk you through it, and it's very easy. If you normally catch shark, or if you just catch them on occasion while you're fishing, you can get on their website, send them an email, and they'll send you all the directions. They send you a whole packet with some tags, and it actually helps them out. You know, they'll track that shark, and then occasionally, if while you're out there fishing, you may not even be fishing for sharks. You may be fishing for snapper or whatever. But occasionally, everybody catches a shark, and sometimes those sharks will already have a tag in them. So if you see a tag, you're supposed to remove it. It's usually on there with a piece of fishing string, so they're easy to cut off or to pull off. And then you report them, try to measure them if you can. But there's directions on the tag and on the website, all that. And then they'll send you a shirt and a packet telling you where that shark, the history of that shark, you know, where he came from, where he was tagged last. So it's just a way of keeping up.
That's awesome.
These
Brett,
migratory fish.
Brett, I can't thank you enough for sharing this for not only listening to the Eagle, but the whole state of Alabama. I mean, this is the first time I've ever heard of fishing in a kayak for sharks.
And Brett and I have already talked. I mean, there will be more of this to happen in the future.
This is cool.
I mean, we've got
That's
big
right.
plans.
Well,
we like to go off and target the hammerhead. So it's a lot different story when you have an 8 or 10 foot hammerhead beside the boat, but that's to come also.
Yeah, these sharks right here, Bert, were only about 4, 5, 6 feet long. I mean, they look a lot bigger on video than they really were.
Well, guess what? They're already 2 or 3 2 foot longer than I want them to be if I'm in any of those boats. I can promise you that.
Oh,
well, guys,
man.
this is just amazing. Again, I can't thank you enough, Brett, for sharing this with List to the Eagle. Dennis, I can't thank you enough for braving and going out and videoing this stuff.
It was my pleasure.
He's a trooper.
We got
guess what? On all future ones, Dennis is going to be your trooper again.
Hey, I'll take him any day.
Oh, thanks, Brett.
Hey, thank you again, Brett. Thanks for being a part of List to the Eagle.